Hi guys, I'm Linny. This is Candy Good for Creations, a place for me to come and share all my random crafty bits and bobs. I'm on day 2. That means I've done 2 videos in a row. For me, that's doing well. Excuse the dishevelled appearance. I have a lot of hair. I have a hairband headache. I've had my hair tied up all day. And it has given me a headache. Is that a thing? Like, is this something that happens? So, hair's down. There's a lot of it. It's big. And quite mermaidy today. But it also means I'm getting weird shadows over face. Don't know. Right. I will stop fiddling with my hair. I finished something. Yay, go me. So, baby blanket I was working on. Well, I say finished, but I've got an end. Or two that I just need to sew in. But we are done, yay! So this can go to its new home. This is the first time I've ever done this. It's the, where's the camera? There it is. It's a linen stitch. Can we see? You can't really see it. I'm going to post pictures on my Instagram because I think that'll be clearer so you'll be able to see. That you can kind of see what it is. So it's, in UK terms, it's 1 double crochet, skip 1, 1 double crochet. Then on the next row, you double crochet into, that doesn't make sense. It's double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. So you're getting almost like a mesh. And then on your second, on the way back, so on this like blue one, you're going into the chain space. Well, that's what I've done. I don't know if that is the linen stitch. That's what I've done. And I think it's made quite a nice little border. It's a nice, tidy little border. And like, little fingers are not going to be able to get through this. It is a really dense fabric. And it's added a nice little couple of inches over end. But that is, that just needs, I do love this blanket. And I've pretty much done the colours from the blanket as the border. So I've done, I don't know how well you're going to see it, white, grey, darker blue, a green, and then a lighter blue as the border. That's pretty much what I've done yesterday after I filmed in the evenings. I film in the evenings because then I don't have tiny humans attacking me constantly because it's the summer holidays. I taught my 9-year-old and my 5-year-old how to do a chain stitch today. My 5-year-old actually sat still for a good 15 minutes chaining, then got bored, ripped it all out and ran off and terrorised the house. My 9-year-old, on the other hand, I'm going to show you. Like, it is insane. I'm going to find the end. I can't find the end. One moment. I grabbed, like, the wrong end and I went the wrong direction. So, obviously, it's not perfect. It's his first ever chain. Right. Yep, he just kept going and going and going and going and going and going. He was just, we went out this morning and then we came home and he just sat, chilled out on the sofa, doing this, watching, I don't even know what we were watching. I think we were watching Scooby-Doo. Because now we're doing, they've cracked out the Halloween films and the Scooby-Doos end up with the Halloween. Right, that was one of them. He has chained, we measured them earlier, I actually got the tape measure out. He's done 16.5 metres. I don't know what that is in feet, but he has done 16.5 metres of chain. So we decided between us, me and my oldest, who's Louis, that what we're going to do is wrap it all back up again. a really long wrap. It's a really long wrap. Right, there we go. We are going to join like the two ends, almost like rope-like. And one of the shorter bits, because that's, I think that was 10 meters, and then there's a 5 meter one, and there's a couple of like shorter bits. I think one's like 80 centimeters, and the other one's like 50 centimeters, which I know adds up to more than 16 meters, but 16 meters was close enough. And we're going to wrap. So I'm going to make sure that's all nice and secure, and then wrap it. And then I think he's planning on giving it to my mum, who's his nanny, for maybe her birthday, because that's in September, for something that he's made. And that's like the first thing that he's made. Tomorrow I'm going to try and show him how to do the UK double crochet, which is a US single crochet. And then he wants to make himself gloves, like gauntlets, like wrist warmers. So he's just going to chain like long enough down, and then I'm going to teach him how to do a double crochet and then go backwards and forwards, and then so until it's wide enough to go around, and then he can sew. He's quite good at sewing. You can sew it together. I think my middle one is planning on loom knitting tomorrow, because he's got the knitting looms out. So if he does anything, I'll show you. But he was actually quite, my oldest one was actually quite eager for me to show you. I took a lovely picture of them both like really hard at fork crocheting, and I've put it on my Facebook, but I'm going to put it over on my Instagram, my Candy Goth Instagram page as well, because it's actually really sweet. I have very active boys. They're not the sort to sit and focus very long at all on anything. So the fact that my 5-year-old, who is a human hurricane, sat and focused for it must have been a good 20 minutes that he was sat there focusing. And he worked out his own way of doing the chain. Obviously, I crochet in a weird way. My oldest one does the same as what I do, but I taught him to knit last year, so I don't know if that's the like normal knitting thing with like you loop and pull through rather than catching. I'm doing wood hand movements, which mean nothing to anyone. I forgot what I was going to say. Lost track of everything. Oh yeah, my middle one was doing almost like when you loom knit, and you do have the top row. No, you have the bottom row, and then the row on top you pull the bottom one over the top. So that's how he was chaining. So he had a loop on the hook, pulling the yarn over, catching it with his other finger, and then pulling the bottom one over the top. I know it's not the ideal way to chain, but he's 6 and it was working. So who am I to stop him? I don't think I've got any other news for you. I think it's a really quick video. I'm trying to think what else I've done, but my brain doesn't want to play anymore. It's been a long day. Nothing bad has happened. Like, we've had a much easier day than we did yesterday. He is fine. Like, my little one is fine, by the way. Thank you for people that asked and like make sure that he was okay. He is absolutely fine. There's no like ill effects from a wasp sting. So we found out that he's not allergic to wasps though. So we now know that all 3 of them aren't allergic to wasps. It's just me. It's great, because I don't want them to inherit any of my allergies, because they're a pain in the butt. Right, that is it for now. As always, I hope everyone is doing well. There's actually a few people doing vlogust, vloggy August. Not vlogmas, like Ella said. I'm going to try to link the people that are doing vlogust. Do I call it that? Vlog every day of August. Down below. And you can go and check out their videos, because they're all great. They're all lovely. They're all absolutely mad. But they're, you know, creative people tend to be. Right, that's it for now. Love you all. See you tomorrow.